everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we move into the final weeks of the regular season, here's a look at the teams jockeying for playoff position in the NFC. All these teams will be playing their hearts out, trying to claim the highest seed possible before Wild Card Weekend. It's the Falcons going up against the Panthers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 10th season now is Matt Ryan.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one too.
Now Ryan on first down. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 6 catches, 68 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Throwing again, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Luke Kuechly has been so good that when scouts go out now looking for the next talent, they say they're looking for the next Luke Kuechly. Why? Speed, intelligence, toughness. They figure if they can find that in one package, they have found their next middle linebacker.
To throw again is Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0. Lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Deion Jones may be undersized at middle linebacker by traditional standards, but in today's game, he's exactly what you're looking for. His speed allows him to outrun many blocks, get underneath them, and make plays against ball carriers and quarterbacks. Also has the ability to drop into coverage. Had a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown in 2016. His speed has been a real key for Atlanta's renaissance on defense.
Throwing is Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Falcon first down, Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now it's Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So now it's first and goal. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. It's the Falcons with the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Ryan will throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Eric Saubert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Payne. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw on third down. Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, it's Newton. That is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play fake here on first down. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Bye-bye Beasley. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown Falcons. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Newton now to throw. Caught left side. It's Barnage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Panthers are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Falcons will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's roll the highlights. Midway through the first, Gabriel's wide open, able to make the grab. It ends up working for a touchdown. Falcons is up now by 7. Now 1st and 10. Ryan with a nice throw here as he finds his tight end, Austin Hooper. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 8-yard line. Continuing on the drive, coverage breaks down here. And this play will go for 6. That puts them on top by 14. 1st and 10, under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Beasley's the one taking it back for the score. That takes the lead up to 20. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you up to North Carolina for the second half with Brandon and Charles. Gents.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. Drew Brees, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Falcons, they have the big lead, and you can't help but let your mind go there. You think Falcons, big lead, second half, they lost a game that they led by 25 in Super Bowl 51, as we all well remember.
And I don't think it's going to change them a whole lot in terms of their mentality, because they were an attack team. They always wanted to be on the attack. And remember, a lot of people thought them staying on the attack maybe cost them in the Super Bowl against New England. But in this case, they definitely have learned that no lead is big enough, so I think they'll go out there with the idea of continuing to try and increase it.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out, and when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Freeman again. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Newton on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Now Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. They find some open field here. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. On for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. A 10-play drive that time, and Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. To throw is Ryan. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This is Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Touchdown, Falcons! Eric Saubert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So they're going to go for two. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Here's Newton now on second down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Second down following the incompletion.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Set. 180.
Throwing again. Newton. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the offense has it first and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Newton throwing again. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On first down, Newton. Room here to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Newton. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Atlanta, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.